Okay, my friends, you are watching Political Point Magazine. Where the right is right, and the left, well, the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? It's political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk peace soup. With tonight's top stories. Well, here we are again. Hillary is officially politically damaged goods. We are now at HillaryGate Part 25. Yep. Well, the State Department released more emails, and it turns out with this batch, a total of over 1,000 emails have been all full of classified material. Oh my goodness. Wow. And Obama seems to be losing the war on terrorism. Why? Oh my gosh, you guessed it. Political correctness. Yep. The headline reads, "The Jihad comes to California. Terrorists," and I'm quoting that right, "terrorists strike San Bernardino." Yep. And the American people have rejected corruption. And as we see that Sheldon Silver has been convicted of all counts of corruption. And the mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, is under pressure to resign over a cover-up. Yeah, we'll tell you about this. And today we will talk about all this and more when we take it to the phones and talk to you, the viewers, on this Monday, the 7th of December. I am your humble host, William Mitro. Yes, my friends. All right, now, as we come into the clear, yes. And thank you for tuning in, my friends. I love it. I love it. Okay, my friends, here we are. And now, this, my friends, may come as a little bit of a shock here. But we now see that things aren't as peachy as people think they are. All right. Now, the other night, you would have noticed, or last night, you would have noticed that President Obama put out his speech from the Oval Office there. All right, and you know, I am telling you that Obama just doesn't get it. But let me get straight down to my top story tonight. Alright, my top story tonight. Things have been falling into play. Okay, we now take you to Hillary Clinton's little problem of HillaryGate Part 25. Okay, this is now Hillary. The State Department has now released more, like, over 395,000 pages of Hillary's emails. All right, and it turns out that in this batch there was like over 380 emails now added to this, and coming to the total of over a thousand emails now that have been deemed classified. Yeah, deemed classified. Okay, and so with this now, okay, so we take you to Hillary, you know, to the right of your screen there, all right, but oh my gosh, my friend, this just, you know, so I don't even like the grin on her face, you know, and there was a little issue of in her emails where she lied about her injury. Okay, so-called she was injured or something like that. Okay, and this brings it down to you know, and then she referenced something to she referenced a few doctors, like former Senator Dr. Bill Frisk. Okay, and he Republican, by the way. All right, but her injury wasn't really that severe, and but this new development here, okay, where we have Hillary, just, you know, we are seeing that Hillary is the biggest, the most corrupt politician, the most scandalous politician of our time. All right, she has lied heavily about several things. Her emails, Benghazi, you know, and you know, as you know, I just you know, and you know, even with you know, she lied. She is the architect of Obama's failed foreign policy. All right, now, and so with this, you know, remember she claimed back in March. Okay, we've been covering this. Okay, and there, you know, the shocking thing to me about this was the 380 emails added to this. Okay, that make up now over 1,000 emails that were classified. And so, as the FBI investigation into this is still ongoing, mind you, okay, you need to take a look at this crippled candidate, this crippled Democrat candidate running for president, okay, and with all of the scandals, the foundation, the Benghazi, you know, cover-up, and you know, the emails, you know, the State Department's going to release more every month. You know, this scandal is not going away for Hillary. Okay. Now the Hillary Clinton defenders now are all set up to defend this conniving and lying scoundrel. You know, we all know that Hillary is the most corrupt politician of our history, of our time. So before it gets down to the wire, my friends, I am encouraging you and urging you, my friends, to never elect another Clinton into the White House. Okay? The Clintons are the most scandalous politicians of our time. Okay? And, you know, there's just no getting around it. You know, we have had several things going on now. Okay, as this now comes into play here. Okay, but I want to get into something that's has been the big major issue of today. Today, not yesterday, but you know, the big issue for today now. All right, and I want you to remember this. We've been talking about this since France, or actually for a while now. Okay, but I feel that terrorism is the most important issue of our time. Okay, and it seems like Obama now, well, last night, okay, Obama tried to re-innovate his new strategy. Okay, his new strategy on yeah, he tried to re-innovate his new strategy, or his strategy on fighting on combating ISIS, and my friends, it was not good. Okay, because it appears that Obama seems to be losing this war. Okay, he's refusing to identify the enemy. All right, as this is all the losing fight that we find ourselves in, and as you know, because you know, and as you watch Obama, he invokes political correctness in the situation here. Okay, and it's just not good, my friends. It's just not good, because for a good majority of his speech last night. Okay, for a good majority of his speech last night, he invoked gun control. All right. Now, gun control is not the issue here. Okay, as I watch here, and our country is falling apart. Our country is falling apart, my friends. I cannot express it any other way. Okay, our country is falling apart. Okay, and because Obama now refuses to acknowledge that the terrorism has grown, and he refuses to call it by name. Okay, we just had, more specifically now, we just had terrorists attack us on U.S. soil. Okay, and the headline reads, my friends, "The jihad comes to California." That's right. Okay, the jihad has come to California. Now, okay, wait, let me get this little tidbit here. Okay, now there was several things here that needed to be addressed here. All right, but apparently this was a Muslim couple, okay, that attacked in San Bernardino, California. All right, and now apparently this you know, now Obama and local officials were trying to trying to label this appropriately. Okay. And what it was they were trying to decide whether or not to call it terrorism or workplace violence. Just like they did with Fidel Assad. Workplace violence. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now, it's quite shocking. Okay. Now, San Bernardino, California. This thing hit. Okay. All right. And now, okay. So we take you down to. Okay. So we take you down to San Bernardino, California, where this all hit. Okay. And my friends. Okay. The terrorists, okay. Now, the terrorists, okay. This guy, what they let's see, Zaid, Farouk, okay, Zaid Farouk, okay, and his wife. And his wife were the Muslim terrorists, okay, the Muslim killers here. And now, okay, so let's take this for what this is, okay. Now, he was another. Now he was. I don't know what he worked for. But apparently, okay, it was at least the 355th mass shooting in the United States, okay, this year, okay. Now, President Obama was briefed at the White House about the latest rampage, which came just 5 days after 3 people were killed and 9 were wounded at a Colorado Planned Parenthood clinic. All right. Now this is not, but that didn't have anything to do with this. Okay, but okay, so what's going on here is there was a Christmas party at some sort of of office or something, and this particular guy, this Muslim, okay, mind you, okay, this Muslim, okay, didn't want okay, let me zoom in on the picture of this guy, okay, and let me just show you, okay. All right. So as this comes into play here, okay, we have okay, this is a shot at Zaid Farouk. Okay. Now this is the guy. All right. Okay, and so but the FBI was already calling it terrorism. Okay, as this guy and his wife were being investigated. Okay, this was a massive shooting. Okay, now apparently the guy got upset because the place he worked at was holding a Christmas party. All right, and so he went back to the house for a second, and then which it turns out, by the way, that their house was a bomb factory. They were making bombs and explosives and stuff, and they were actually plotting to that this could have been more than just San Bernardino. Yep, that's right. Okay, but terrorists have attacked now here in the U.S. Okay, now so this was 2 people. Okay, so this was 2 people, my friends. 2 people. All right, that apparently the in the investigation into this guy, okay, the FBI found out that they were tracking this person. They were tracking this person, by the way, and it just came to bear influence here that now that they were tracking this person. And this guy traveled to Saudi Arabia, which by the way is where he picked up his wife. His wife was from Saudi Arabia. Both were Muslim, so Islamic extremists, Muslim extremists, and there now is a question of this guy may have been radicalized. He actually was in touch with ISIS and connected to ISIS, and so was his wife. So now, but I was so perturbed and so disturbed at Obama's comparison here. All right, because it didn't make any sense to me. All right, it didn't make any sense to me that Obama would invoke political correctness in here. Okay, now Obama was saying that to combat this problem we have to invoke stricter gun laws. Gun control is not the issue, Obama. Okay? Stop with the political correctness. Political correctness has made everything politically incorrect. Okay? Now, I have a message for Obama. Okay? And it's just so shocking that the issue here is terrorism, not gun control. By the way, is what we need to do is bring back the Patriot Act as it was under George W. Bush. And we need to we need to get the metadata going. All right. And that was a big part of the Patriot Act, the terror surveillance program. Okay. And we need to take the fight to the terrorists so we don't have to fight them here at home. We now know that the terrorists are here in America now. Obama is losing this fight. In fact, now it's gotten so bad that even the media outlets, like the New York Daily News. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, the New York Daily News made a big political issue out of this. Okay, and they seem to attack the Republican candidates or Republicans for their tweets about offering our prayers for the victims of this attack. Okay, the New York Daily News headline. This headline says God isn't fixing this. Now, see, and they put the tweets of the Republicans that tweeted, like Ted Cruz says, our prayers are with the victims, their families, and the first responders in San Bernardino. Okay. On the other side, there's Rand Paul. It says, my thoughts and prayers are with the victims, families, and brave first responders. Okay. Down below that, Paul Ryan says, please keep the victims of San Bernardino California in your prayers. All right, and Lindsey Graham, okay, says thoughts and prayers are with San Bernardino. Now, even I, my friends, have posted something on Twitter, saying that we pray for San Bernardino, and it's just ridiculous that the Daily News, the New York Daily News, liberal paper, okay. Now, considering that the New York Post called him a terrorist, but then the New York Daily News, okay, also called this guy a terrorist, but then they got political with it, saying, okay, the news says he's a terrorist, but so are these guys. You see, and that's just not, the New York Daily News has become so liberal and so far left that they are so out of touch. Okay, they are so out of touch. Kind of like Obama. Okay? We do need prayer. In fact, okay, have you ever noticed that a lot of these terrorists now, most of them are Muslim, hello, okay, and these Muslim extremists, these Muslim terrorists, okay, I will call them what they are. They're terrorists, okay, but these Muslim terrorists want to kill us. They have engaged in a holy war against us. All right? So we do need prayer. We do need to pray to God. God is our Savior. So we do need prayer, my friends. Okay? This is more than just this is not religious gobbledygook. All right? God is watching us and protecting us. The government is not protecting us. All right? So that's why we need a change in hands in our government. All right? The next president should be a Republican. All right? And so now, because we are just in dire straits with this terrorism issue here. Okay, and I want to get into something here. All right, but okay, but anyhow, I want to get into some of what now there is, and so what we have here is all right. Now let me okay. Now I want to get into something that I like to think that is really important. Okay. But now there was a press conference, okay, in all of this here, and I want to show some of that, okay, because it's extremely important, okay, it's extremely important here, okay, to see what things have been said. So I'm gonna take you to this. Oh, whoops! Hold up a second. So I'm going to take you to this press conference here.
First and foremost, I want to thank the governor for being here. Mike Ramos, district attorney. I'm a very fortunate district attorney. We are working cooperatively with the U.S. Attorney's Office. U.S. Attorney Irene Decker, and I can't tell you how proud I am of the teamwork of both our local agency, San Bernardino Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and our federal partners, the FBI and others. And finally, as the District Attorney, we are very saddened of the loss of the victims, family members, some family members of attorneys in my office, and we are going to be there for the victims. If you go to @SB County DA on the Twitter, you will have a direct line for victim services. Any other family members that need support and help, we will be there for you. Thank you.
Good evening. First of all, I want to thank you for your patience. As we've said from day one, this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a tragedy that occurred. We will continue to do everything in our power, bringing all the resources to bear of the federal government to work hand in hand with our state and local partners on this matter. We continue to exploit all the evidence possible, and as I've said from day one, the evidence will lead us to the facts. We will go where the evidence takes us. Thank you again for your patience.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for being patient. I know we were going to try to do this a little bit earlier. 4:30 was what we were shooting for. We just couldn't quite make that happen. But thanks for sticking with us. Were we able to get those pictures up? So we have some pictures of the crime scene where the officer-involved shooting took place. We'll be able to provide digital copies of those images online for everybody that wants them. But they are pictures of the weapons. They are pictures of the suspect vehicle and a few others in there. We wanted to provide that. Additionally, I've got a few more statistics and numbers for folks just as an update from earlier information that we have put out. As we said, this was a Department of Public Health event. As it turns out, it was an event that was training in the morning, that was transitioning to a holiday Christmas party luncheon in the afternoon. And this happened right about the time of that transition. There were 91 invited guests that were there. We believe that there were about 75 to 80 people that were present in the room when this occurred, or that ultimately came to that party. We don't have the exact number because they had a sign-in list and we're still working through some of those dynamics. We don't know that everybody signed in. Of the 21 people that were injured, 18 of them have been identified as county employees.
How many?
18 of the 21 were county employees. The other 3 were not county employees. Of the 14 people that are deceased and their identities have been released now, 12 of those individuals were county employees, County of San Bernardino. 2 of them were not. And then finally, one of the questions that came from the media is that you wanted to hear from one of the first responders when we responded to this on Wednesday morning. So I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Mike Madden. I'm going to point. Spelling is M-I-K-E, last of M-A-D-D-E-N. Mike is actually one of our administrative commanders for the police department. He's a 24-year veteran. As an administrative guy, he really has a desk job. The reality is at 11 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, Mike was on his way to lunch when this call went out. And he didn't hesitate. Mike was the first officer that was on scene, and he was the first person that we had that gathered the first units that went in and addressed this. So I'm going to let Mike kind of tell the story of what they experienced firsthand, and then we'll take a few questions for Mike as soon as he's done.
Thank you, sir. I guess I was just asked to come forward and talk a little bit about what it was that we saw and we experienced yesterday. And I'll tell you that it was something that, although we trained for it, it's something that you're never actually prepared for. When we got the call, I oversee dispatch. It's one of my functions and responsibilities with the police department. And I know my dispatchers. I know the tone of their voice. I know the severity of calls as they're going out. And I could hear it in our dispatcher's voice that this was actually happening. This was a real event. And it was the event that, we have an active shooter, and we have an active shooter going on in our city. And I was nearby. I was less than a mile away, and I started coming this way. And I realized as I was getting closer that I was one of the very first units there. Myself and Officer Sean Sandoval arrived almost simultaneously, and just out of pure luck, because the information was evolving so rapidly, it was out of pure luck that I happened to pull into the right location, which was just south, the road that you see here just north of us. It was just south of the building where this tragedy took place. As I was looking and seeing all of the activity and trying to assess what was happening, I was informed that that was the location where this was happening, and I was asking for officers to respond as quickly as possible, because we had every belief at that time that we had people still actively being shot inside of the building. My goal was to assemble an entry team and enter into the building to engage the active shooter. This mindset and this type of training became indoctrinated in us after the Columbine incident, and that was the goal, that we wanted to get in there and we wanted to stop any further innocent people from being injured and possibly killed. As 3 officers arrived, there was an approximate 2-minute time lapse from the time that I got there until we had a team assembled of our 4 initial responding officers, and the 4 of us then went around the south side of the building. As we made our way around to the east side, it was immediately evident that the reports that we were getting were 100% true. There were victims who were clearly, obviously, deceased outside of the conference room, and I relayed that information to the other responding officers and again requested assistance. As we entered into the conference room, the situation was surreal. It was something that I don't think, again, we prepare for, and they try to, an active shooter, we talk about sensory overload, they just try to throw everything at you to prepare you for dealing with that. What you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, and it was all of that and more. It was unspeakable, the carnage that we were seeing, the number of people who were injured and unfortunately already dead, and the pure panic on the face of those individuals that were still in need and needing to be safe. We got as many people out as quickly as we could. We had approximately, I estimated in talking with the other officers who were with me, probably 50 people responded past us and out the doors. And then we went further into the building, and that was a difficult choice to have to make as well, passing people that we knew were injured and needed assistance. But our goal at that time had to be trying to locate the shooters and deal with them before we could get further assistance in for those people in need of medical attention. I was very glad to see that in a very short period of time we had a number of other responders that came in and were able to formulate tactical teams and then continue on with the search. And I was then able to pull back from the situation and go back into handling more of a supervisory role and allowing the other officers to continue with the remainder of the search. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, anyhow, that's part of the, anyhow. But I want to get into something now because, I have reported a lot on the political goings-ons, but you now know that the American people have rejected corruption. That's right, my friends. Okay, the most recent case here. Now, well, in the last election, every person running that got involved, that was involved or had been involved in a scandal or any type of corruption got voted out. All right, but now you might not remember this guy, but okay, this is our latest. Okay, Sheldon Silver. Yeah, that's right, my friends. Sheldon Silver. Okay. Now, Sheldon Silver, the former, he was the most powerful man in New York. Okay, but this guy was loaded with corruption. All right, and now he was guilty. He was found guilty of all counts. Okay, 7 counts of corruption. Okay, now the first count was honest services mail fraud, asbestos scheme. Silver steered grants to a Manhattan cancer doctor in exchange for patient referrals to a Powell's law firm, and used postal services to pull off the scheme. Okay, now the sentence for that is a maximum of 20 years. Okay, now the second count was honest services wire fraud. Okay, asbestos scheme. Okay, so Silver provided grants to a Manhattan cancer doctor in exchange. Well, wait a minute. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay, so 20 years. Okay, honest services mail fraud, real estate scheme. Okay, Silver took illegal kickbacks from a Powell's law firm in exchange for providing it with a major developer as a client and used postal services to help carry out the scheme. Okay, now the fourth count goes again with the illegal kickbacks. Okay, he was found guilty of that. The fifth count was extortion. Okay, Silver used his influence as Assembly Speaker to convince Manhattan doctor Robert Toob, far right, to provide the Powell's law firm with cancer patient referrals. Okay, that's a maximum 20-year sentence. Okay, and extortion was the sixth count. Okay, Silver used his influence. Yep, and the seventh count was money laundering. Silver tried to hide his ill-gotten gains by moving money around in different accounts to avoid disclosure. Oh my God. Oh man. Okay. But now then there's the issue of Rahm Emanuel. Okay. Now, Rahm Emanuel is the mayor of Chicago. And this is also Rahm Emanuel is also Obama's former chief of staff. Okay. Obama's former chief of staff. Okay. But now but there is like a lot of things riding on here because now there's a cover-up scandal, okay, in which Rahm Emanuel fired a police chief, now I want to show you something here. Here's Rahm Emanuel trying to explain things. All right, but take a listen to this. Okay, here it is.
An additional layer prior to the completion of this, in my view, would be misguided. Hitting the restart button on a whole new investigation does not get you to the conclusion in an expedited fashion.
I welcome the engagement of the Justice Department. We have a long road ahead of us as a city. I welcome people from many views.
Okay, well, anyhow, there was a little scandal now of there was a little cover-up scandal now in which an officer fired at a teenager, and there was a videotape, and but we knew about this like a while ago. Okay, and then just now the officer that was fired. Okay, we just now find out about it. Okay, we just now find out about it. Okay, but see, Rahm Emanuel has been under fire for his governorship or governance or mayorship of how he's been running Chicago. Chicago, by the way, is the most corrupt and most violent and dangerous city in America. You know, and this guy had to be the mayor of this corrupt city. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Okay, but now Rahm Emanuel's job could be in jeopardy. All right, now. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Louis Mitchell. Last week we were discussing welfare.
Well, I'm not.
Okay. So I'm looking at the money the system is making. I'm looking at all the candidates collecting.
Hold that thought for a moment, because I'm still reflecting on the corruption. All right. So let me have you call back in a moment. But okay, I just want to get into something else here. Okay, but all right. So let me see. I want to get into something that. Oh wait. Hold up. Okay. So anyhow, but I want to talk about this corruption that has been going on in Chicago now, and ever since Rahm Emanuel left the. Hold on one moment for the calls. Hold on one moment, okay? Now, but ever since Rahm Emanuel left the being Obama's chief of staff, okay? He became mayor of Chicago, right? And now this. It doesn't really look good for him, because now there's calls for Rahm Emanuel to resign. All right, and there's calls for Rahm Emanuel to resign. Now, after all, it's mismanagement of a terrible city. They're saying Chicago now is more dangerous than Afghanistan. Now, but in that we now see how things are shaping up. Okay, now people should reject Hillary now because she's so corrupt, and now you see the citizens of this terrible violent city, Chicago, which by the way was Obama's stomping grounds. Okay, and this is Obama's right-hand man. We just can't. I just okay. So I'm gonna hold off on that now, because I want to get into the phone calls now. All right. So if you are listening in, okay, and watching all this unfold here, all right, okay, the number is 272-0319. Somebody's already beaten some other people to it. But, no. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Yes, well, I wanted to, we were discussing welfare reform.
Well, that was last week. I want to get into more updated,
so let me talk some
updated
mediocrity here on
topics.
both Democratic and Republicans. Number one, people on Social Security and the laborers are paying for the duly elected officials on taxpayer money, such as like welfare.
Listen.
And the truly Congress is invoking bills into the military service from the taxpayers, provoking the gun system and getting kickbacks and super PACs in return, and the laborers are getting less and less in return. So how are you going to stop Congress on an anti-gun law or reform when they are...
Listen. Congress is not going to pass any gun control. Listen. Congress is not going to pass. No.
And that's where your debt goes.
No,
it's
listen.
not China. It's global corporations that our tax dollars were spent by people on.
Congress is not going to pass any kind of gun laws.
The laborers go without. The reason they don't want to oppose any gun laws right now is because the NRA is endorsing Congress. They're getting money while they're investing.
No. They're not passing any gun. They're not passing any gun control laws because gun control is not the issue. If gun control is not the issue, okay? Gun control is not the issue.
And they get super PAC money fighting.
You know how you stop? You know how you stop somebody from killing someone with a gun? You know how you stop someone by killing someone with a gun?
Don't give them a gun to begin with.
No. You stop somebody with a gun. You stop somebody with a gun by another person with a gun. If everybody had guns, then we'd be more safe and protected. The Second Amendment, my friend, is the most important issue of the day. Okay? We don't need to disarm our citizens, because after all, that's communism. That's Nazism. Okay? Alright? So, anyhow, gun control is not the issue. Alright? And with that, my friends, we are coming down to the wire here. Okay? And I want to get into something that... whoops, hold up a second. I want to get down to the last words for the night. Okay, if I may here. Alright? But today, my friends, okay, I want to bring it back to... something that is quite important here. Alright, but I take you to the... Wait. Well, anyway. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Would you rather stop kids from eating peanut butter on welfare?
Oh, listen. Okay, no, that's nonsense. Okay? Alright, now, but anyway, the last words for the night, my friends, is coming up right here. Alright? Anyway, we need to be protected... I'm sorry, no more calls. I need to get to the last words for the night. Okay? And this comes to you from, okay, our candidates. Okay? This comes to you from our candidates. Alright? And let me get this up here.
Maybe so.
Wait, hold up a second. Okay, now. Alright, so hold up a second. Here we go. Alright. Now. Alright.
I have never met anybody, any conservative who wants to ban contraceptives. As I noted, Heidi and I, we have 2 little girls. I'm very glad we don't have 17. When I was in college, we had a machine in the bathroom. You put 50 cents in and voila!
Well, that was Senator Ted Cruz. But anyway, we thank you for watching Political Points, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2 and check me out on YouTube. Alright, my friends. Yep. Once again, we thank you for watching Political Points, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side.